I am called the Honorable Fungaro Caps Hassan. I am the Deputy President of the FDC in charge of Northern Uganda. I have come here to speak to you together with this team that I have moved with. First of all, the team that I came with. They have introduced themselves here. Keith Akera Honorable from Amuru District Local Council 5, and Boniface Omona, also from Amuru. Then the leadership of the party, which is here with us. We have organized this press conference on behalf of the party, and for me in particular, on behalf of the party president, Engineer Patrick Amoria Toboy, and the secretariat. I would like to say, first and foremost, Engineer Patrick Amoria Toboy, His Excellency the party president, has sent you greetings from prison. He was, together with honorable members of parliament in Soroti and leaders of the FDC, arrested and taken to prison, Soroti prison. But good enough, today they were brought to court and have been given a cash bail. As we speak right now, they are still within the premises of the court, as arrangements are being finalized to get the papers signed and the cash bail paid, then they come out. He is in a very strong spirit of the struggle, together with the honorable members of parliament with whom they were arrested and the other party leaders in Soroti. They were for a democratic exercise of expressing the grievances of the people of Teso and the people of Uganda. Grievances to do with the suffering of our people of Uganda, particularly the people of Teso, due to the marginalization, poverty, and the unresolved effects of the past wars, where Museveni came to power by the barrel of the gun. His soldiers committed human rights abuses, atrocities, etc. People lost lives and property, including cows. You know the number of cows that were taken from Teso. And even here in Acholi, promises were made for compensation. The compensations have not come to pass, and the people were really at pain. That's how the people of Teso organized a demonstration, a peaceful demonstration, to express their disappointment on the recurrent deception of the NRM about the compensation of the people for the lost cattle. Whenever elections would be coming nearer, like the way we are now moving towards the 2026 elections, you see people running up and down, agents of the NRM running up and down, that we are going to pay your cows, we are going to pay your cows. Go and open your accounts, go and check your accounts, which were opened before, whether they are still working or not. So the people of Teso were not happy because of this, and that was one of the grounds for organizing the peaceful demonstration in Soroti city. Another point was the recurrent, persistent, and constitutional harassment of opposition leaders, including our founder president, retired Colonel Dr. Kiza Besije, who is currently in prison. We are not happy because of the way he was arrested, mistreated, and not given the conducive atmosphere within which rights, human rights, or people who are deemed to be in conflict with the law would be defended. You remember very well he was taken to the military court martial against the law, against the practice that civilians will not be tried in the military court martial, and in spite of the fact that the courts of law of Uganda at the highest level ruled that civilians will not be tried in the courts of law, the NRM government, I mean in the military court martial, civilians will not be tried in the military court martial, but they should go to the civilian courts. President Museveni, General Museveni Yoweri, with his militancy, militaristic behavior, came to work round and round to circumvent the ruling of the Supreme Court. The Chief Justice, our own brother, Honorable Owen Jolo, became sharply blamed by Museveni, and again President Museveni and his team started mobilizing NRM MPs to go for a caucus meeting and to make some proposals to amend the UPDF Act 2005, and then to amend also the Constitution so that they will still continue with the same act of trying civilians in the court of law. We as FDC stood up and said, no, we cannot continue watching these things lying down. That was the basis for the demonstration, the peaceful demonstration which was organized in Soroti City, whereupon the president of the party, Engineer Patrick Amuriat Toboy, plus our honorable members of parliament and the supporters and leaders of the FDC were arrested. They were taken to court after, and the result is that today a bail has been granted to them, but they were still processing the papers to get out. So, greetings from our party president, Engineer Patrick Amuriat Toboy. Now, this press conference, why this press conference? This press conference has been organized mainly with the goal of clearing the propaganda of the NRM messengers directed on FDC and the opposition generally, to demoralize them using the word of defection, that the FDC leaders are defecting to NRM. Therefore, FDC is finished. Therefore, those people who are in opposition should not have any ground to continue being in the opposition. They have used a case in point to justify this statement of theirs as one, the defection of our own brother, Honorable Lakon, the chairman of LC5 of Amoru district to NRM, and our own brother, Honorable Akol, the member of parliament for Clark North in Amoru district to NRM. Now, outside there, we've been following through the press, the mainstream media, and the social media, some kind of propaganda messages to the effect that they say, one, the FDC leaders are defecting to NRM. These ones have defected. Others have defected with them, the lower level leaders in the district council. You remember, Lakon is the chairman of LC5 of Amoru district, even up to today. He was elected on an FDC ticket. That the chairman defecting means his DEC members have defected. And then the councillors have defected. And then all the leaders in Amoru have defected. That is the propaganda. That more are on the in the pipeline, they are defecting. Using the same message, the issue of Honorable Akol defecting also came in. Then they said, you see, Honorable Akol, the whole of the chairman of the Acholi parliamentary caucus has defected. A member of parliament elected on FDC ticket, and then the other FDC candidates, FDC leaders have defected or are in the pipeline. They went to the extent of even saying again that, you know what, FDC is finished in Acholi. Amoru, which used to be, and up to now it is, a stronghold of the FDC in terms of all the seats, elective seats, the top seats, members of parliament, and the chairman, LC5, and then you go to the other positions. FDC prominently held the district, literally. The MP for Clark North was elected on FDC ticket, Clark South, Honorable Anyagi Gilbert on FDC ticket, the woman member of parliament also on FDC ticket, plus the councillors like this, that now Amoru is finished. Then they brought that Amoru is finished because of defection. Then they brought him, even on TV, my brother Honorable Ken Pipi, Honorable Nekalit Amere, Honorable, this one for DP in Omoro, Okot Peter, then the Honorable Member of Parliament for PPP, there's a party, opposition party also, the lady, Santa Paul. That all these people have defected out there on the pipeline. Then there is also another propaganda moving on that. You know what? Honorable Betty Awol is also defecting NRM. We hear that they have made NRM is organizing money, 1 billion shillings per MP who has crossed, and then a condition given of, say, they will be given the flag of NRM so that they will run in their respective constituencies and challenge it in the NRM primaries, so that in the elections of 2026, 2031, the whole of Acholi will be painted the yellow, and NRM will be the one dominating the area. FDC will be no more. So on behalf of His Excellency Engineer Patrick Amoria Toboy, the party president, and on my own behalf, as Deputy President of the FDC in charge of Northern Uganda, I have been here and I've come here for a fact-finding mission. Now, these are the questions for the fact-finding mission, for my research. This is a research exercise. I have come to find out. Is it true that all the leaders of the FDC in Acholi, and particularly in Amuru district and here in Kitigum district, is it true that they have all defected to NRM? Is it true that the FDC is no more, that FDC is now finished? No. The leaders of the FDC are here. I have come to ask you in front of the press to tell me that is it true that the FDC leaders have all defected to NRM?
No, we are in FDC. We are in FDC, and we shall maintain the situation.
This is the core person. Then number two, still on the issue of defection. We have ever known of defections before. As FDC at the National Party headquarters, we have the records of defections, people who have ever defected. And we knew that the Acholi people were resilient people. The Acholi people had genuine grievances, which made them to be people of the opposition in the first place, regardless of whichever party, whether FDC, DP, UPC, etc. But first of all, being in the opposition is not for nothing. Being in the opposition is based on grievances. Now, I have come to find out also from you, leaders, from Acholi here. Now that I hear, Acholi leaders like Honorable Bakol, Honorable Lakon, Kusua, going to NRM. Are the Acholi grievances now over? Has Museveni solved all the Acholi problems to the extent that the Acholi people have become happy with the NRM?
No.
It's still increasing. No problem. It's still increasing.
Instead, we are in serious problem than before.
Because I remember, as a son of Northern Uganda, when President Museveni came to power in 1986, together with his NRM soldiers, they came with a premeditated hostility against people of Northern Uganda. That was the base of their thinking, their psychology. They had an agenda of crushing the North for generations. They were not just working to overthrow the government of the day at that time. Museveni was not working to overthrow the government of General Tito Okello Lutwa. Museveni was not working to overthrow the government of Obote. And according to history, Museveni worked. He fought in all this. He fought against Amin, fought against Obote, fought against Tito. Museveni was working to crush the spirit of all the northern people, including those who are not yet born. That's why when they came here, even people who surrendered to them voluntarily, that okay, now we were in the former army by the laws of war. When you have been defeated in war, you surrender, you hand over your guns, and then you either be part of the new system or you go home. Somebody who has surrendered should have gone home and lived in peace. But these people, by the way, were given, those even who joined the army and worked with M7, were given a serial number, different series. I knew this as I was in Parliament. I didn't tell you in this introduction, I was in Parliament from 2006 to 2021. I served as Shadow Minister of Defense and Security in Parliament, the alternative minister to the Minister of Defense. I knew a lot of things to do with the army and the security issues. So, as I was serving there, I got to know that those who joined Museveni's government, former soldiers, soldiers of former regimes, army, they are given a serial number. Their army number has a way of identifying them that this one is not an original NRA soldier. This one has come from somewhere. So they tracked them slowly by slowly to facilitate a process of eliminating them. Slowly, all of them died. That's why most of the people who have joined the government of Museveni from the north here, either from the background of a soldier of a former regime or a rebel group, most of them either have died or they're not doing very well.
Bedridden down.
Yes, there's a systematic way of fighting against the north. President Museveni came here and they exhibited hostility against the people of the north, and actually in particular. Even when there were no fightings, there were rapes, cases of rape, human rights abuses, including homosexuality, what in Acholi people know as Tegun or what. Now, have the Acholi people resolved this issue with Museveni? Museveni came here with his troops, they organized the people, and they took away all the cattle people of northern Uganda here. Acholi, for example, you people of Acholi, your cows were taken by Museveni. People have become very, very poor as a result of this war. When northern Uganda people reacted to those mistreatments, there were a series of rebellions against Museveni's government. Not only here in Acholi, but also in West Nile. These things happened in West Nile. People reacted in different ways. There was no way of talking like this in a democratic manner, that there is an election, you go for election. You remember when Museveni came to power, multipartyism was crushed. Political parties were not allowed to go and organize countrywide. Some offices remained open at the headquarters, like the one of the traditional parties, UPC, FDC was not there then, UPC, DP, but they could not move across the country. People were mistreated, and it made people to react in self-defense, to fight against the mistreatment, the misrule. That was the basis for the previous rebellions which occurred in northern Uganda here. People fought. But in the counter-insurgency, Museveni organized, people suffered, people died. People were put in camps in Acholi here. People were put in camps in Teso, even in West Nile. The wounds have not yet healed. These are part of the grievances people of the north embraced the opposition strongly since the multi-party space was opened in 2005 after the referendum, or as a result of the referendum. Now we hear people crossing to NRM. Have the problems of the Acholi people being resolved already? Now, I can even see that the grievances have been even made worse. All the grievances, the original grievances have not been resolved yet. Then new ones have been added. The issue of land grabbing. When Museveni was killing people in northern Uganda, when the NRA soldiers were taking away cattle from northern Uganda, when they were doing human rights abuses in northern Uganda here, when they were doing counterinsurgency and making people suffer, people disappearing, people getting tortured, some have been permanently deformed, when they were doing all those things, the cases of land grabbing were not there. The Balalu cattle keepers were not there. But today, these problems which were originally there have not been resolved. Now the land is being taken away. New grievances are coming on the list of grievances of people of northern Uganda. Whereupon the people of northern Uganda were supposed even to fight more and fight harder is this the time to join NRM?
No. Completely no.
You leaders of FDC, is it true that you are in the pipeline, you are following a call?
No.
Is it true that you are following Lacon?
No. He will go alone for his own reason. The reason is not for actually, it's his own reason.
This is why I have come here. And I have known, according to the records, that actually people are among the most politically conscious people of Uganda, including the ordinary people, the people in the villages. They are aware as to why they take a certain stand in terms of political decisions expressed by the ballot. Why they voted against Museveni's government, people in the villages, they are aware about this. People are aware about these grievances. True. And that was why our people were lured into going to NRM, and they defected. We saw actually people in Kitigum here and in Amuru replacing those who have left the FDC and defected to NRM immediately. For example, it is on record that here we had our own called Honorable Beatrice Anywa.
Yes.
A member of parliament, I was with in parliament there. She was very energetic, very influential, and she was given a name called Mama Mabira. Using Museveni's tricks and trickery. Museveni is a master of trickery. Our sister was lured and gotten to join NRM. But because the base of the opposition is not in the leaders, but the people, Honorable Beatrice Anywa was replaced immediately here. Today, as I speak, the member of parliament who has come in here, Honorable Amere, here is on FDC ticket.
He's working very well.
Now, when you go to Amur, we have Honorable Michael Chula, the MP for Clark before it was split. He joined NRM. Clark was split into two. In the two constituencies, both are being replaced. Both are taken by FDC.
True.
The woman member of parliament of Amuru, Honorable Achiro, Honorable Achiro Konsi, Honorable Achiro Konsi Dera,
in 2006.
In 2006, that was a member of parliament who was elected on FDC ticket. She defected to NRM, but the people of Amuru, being the people of Acholi who are political conscious, replaced that defected member with another FDC member. To me, given these observations and data, historical facts, when you put on a graph, we can make a formula and conclude that the Acholi people have genuine grievances against Museveni's government.
Period.
Number two, the Acholi people are not in shortage of leaders. When those who lose sense of direction and cross to NRM, they actually have capacity to replace them immediately. I have come to find out whether the Acholi people have lost these principles or whether they have changed completely to the effect that what is being projected in the press is now that the MPs of the leaders of FDC, Honorable Bakol have gone, and Honorable Lakonya have gone, Acholis have all gone, they are going at us in the pipeline. It means there are no people to replace them. Is this the case?
No. Completely not. Completely not. FDC is very strong on the ground, and we are going to take most of those positions. They will regret, they will be crying like others.
So this is why I have come here to find out what is happening. In this fact-finding mission, I would like to inform you members of the press. I was in Amur. I went to Clark North and I went to Clark South. I held the meetings and with the members of the press, in presence of the members of the press like this. In Pabo, that is for Clark North. And then we went to Amur Sub-County for Clark South. I found that the ground is solid, and I was impressed with it there. Acholi people, the ordinary people you find on the street, on the road, in the gardens, are seriously conscious people, politically conscious people. And President Museveni has come up with this strategy of buying off leaders, creating for you a problem, then solving that problem, then giving you one of the conditions of solving that problem as crossing to NRM. I came here. This is my third round within the same period of time. This month here of coming, almost the same week. Within the past 2 weeks. This is the third round I'm here in Kitgum. When I came here, I was doing this research fact-finding mission. Some of these people even did not know that I was here. But some of them met me here. They can testify. They found me entering here, like I saw him here. Those two officers there in the office, the lady there and the other one there. I surprised her. I went up to Yepa Paris.
In Muchini
East. I went up to Muchini. I met that gentleman there, Lamont Joseph.
I didn't even know.
He didn't know. I went up to Orom sub-county. Border with the Karen. I moved like this in all these roads. I went up to Lamont, studying actually. And I found out that the people of Acholi have genuine grievances. The people of Acholi have even reinforced grievances with these new ones of the Balalu coming to take our land. With this deception of Museveni coming on and on and on, going on and on, promising people to say, all right, the Balalu are going. You remember when Museveni wrote a letter? I have those letters with me.
Executive orders.
Yes, executive orders.
Number 3, number 1.
Yeah.
You keep changing the numbers.
Yes, the numbers are changing from time, but the Balalu are still here. The threat of land grabbing is real.
Others have been integrated into police forces. They are the DPCs when they did not even go through training, I think.
So with all this thing here, is this the right time for any sensible Acholi, any sensible northerner to really join Museveni's government? Now, again, for those few of our people whom Museveni has tried to put in front of us like this, waving them like flags, like this, like this. Now you are in the cabinet, you are in the government, you are in the government. Through appointments, Museveni is also undermining their positions of power and authority. They are given positions without power, and they are complaining. Some of them are coming out, for example. Honorable Norbert Mao, or DP, you remember? DP signed an agreement, a memorandum of understanding with NRM to work together, and as a result of which, Honorable Norbert Mao was appointed as Minister of Justice
as a reward for defection.
Now, Honorable Norbert Mao, if you've been following him, is not a happy man this time. The Honorable Norbert Mao, whom Ugandans and the world over, the world at large knew as a vibrant leader, a vibrant intellectual, has been brought down. And he himself has expressed already, verbally and openly, that he's leaving that marriage between NRM and DP. So Mao, who has gone inside, is leaving. How can you from FDC be, from Acholi here, you are going inside when there are people leaving, coming out? What are you going to do there? Now our brother, Chief Justice Owindol,
is crying.
President Museveni wanted to appease the people of the North, mobilize the people of the North through disappointments so that they support his government. Now you people, one of the 3 arms of government is now in your hands. Actually, at that time, when Chief Justice Owindol was appointed, our own brother, the late Honorable Jacob Olanya, was the Speaker of Parliament. They started saying, you know these people, we love Acholi, northern Uganda. They appointed him there. What happened? Jacob Olanya mysteriously died. May God take his soul to eternal peace.
Amen.
Now, this very Honorable Owindolo, in the process of trying to exercise his power and authority as provided for in the laws of Uganda, particularly in the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda 1995, is being undermined by Museveni. Recently, for example, let me give you just one case. Example here. The rest you can find for yourself. Ugandans have been crying against mistreatment whereby they are taken to be tried in the military court, martial, which is unconstitutional, unethical, unacceptable. Some Ugandans went to the courts of law on this matter. The courts sat, analyzed the issue, and the courts passed this judgment that civilians will not be tried in the court, the military court martial. Ugandans all stood up to cheer our brother, Honorable Winyidolo. We all stood up. We thought democracy was working. Museveni went around still to make a terrible statement that Uganda is not ruled by judges.
Museveni and his son together.
Together with his son. Look at this thing. Museveni saying, you judges, Uganda is not in your hands. So why do you deceive people that Uganda is a democratic country? Why do you deceive us that our own is now in the position of power and influence, where he can also express our concerns, or he can be a symbol of power and authority for us? When you are fighting against this authority, so do the actually still continue believing and celebrating that they are in power, even when a window is there? Museveni has mobilized all the NRM people. They went for a caucus meeting where they passed a resolution that they should work against the position of the court on this matter of the civilians being tried in the court, military court martial. Now, this is an issue spearheaded by Anatoly, who, if he was truly given power, a position with the power and authority, we would say Museveni would respect this decision. Now, if the Acholi who are put in the government do not have power, do the Acholis just want to celebrate the empty chair that Owindolo is there as a flag, hey, you cheer up, you join powerlessness? Do you want to continue as powerless people?
No, we don't.
Mao is leaving, coming out. And don't be surprised very soon to see that Owindolo has resigned from that position. Actually, we are telling Honorable Owindolo to resign from that position. Let Museveni be left as a naked metal, pure metal without anything. We know him as a what? A dictator, like that. So that the world knows. If you want to use the military to suffocate people in the courts of law, to suffocate the judiciary, if you want to use the military to suffocate elections, there is no free and fair election. Look at this, what happened recently in Kawempe, in a by-election, where the holder of the seat was arrested, tortured, he became sick, he died as a result of torture. And people have come for any election. I can say election in a funeral place. This is a funeral place. Kawempe for now is a funeral place. Yeah. Where the MP who was there died as a result of torture in the hands of Museveni government. And you bring again soldiers, police, etc. to torture people, members of JAT. You saw these things on TV. Now, with all this brutality of the NRM against the Ugandans, is this the time for any sensible leader of the opposition, let alone FDC, let alone a member of FDC from Acholi, to join in the NRM real? When Museveni is becoming even more dictatorial, more brutal, is this the time to join NRM?
No, big no.
Therefore, members of the press, I have come here with these questions to the Acholi people to find out. These questions, the answers to these questions. Whether FDC is still there, whether the FDC members are defected, do we have leaders, do we have candidates, are we preparing for the elections? As far as I know, FDC is preparing at the national level. We still stand with our goal of creating a new government for a new Uganda, where everybody will feel loved, treated fairly, where there will be unity, where there will be fair sharing of the national resources and opportunities of Uganda, regardless of who you are, where you come from. FDC has organized itself after the elections of 2021. We have had a number of activities, challenges notwithstanding. For example, after the elections of 2021, we went for a post-election assessment, performance assessment, to understand why we performed the way we did. We moved all over the country. We came here. Then we organized a system of launching our e-registration system. We were in Igulu for northern Uganda, mid-Acholi sub-region. We went to Arua for West Nile. We were in Soroti, actually started from Soroti. We went to Mbale, the eastern. We went to Masese. We moved around. And we have had other activities, including currently as we stand now, the districts which did not hold elections in the electoral cycle where delegates conference was conducted, where I was elected as deputy president, the districts which did not hold the elections, including Kitgum. There are 27 of them out of the 46 districts in Uganda, 27 remaining, including Kitgum, including Amoro. A program has been organized now to organize the residual elections, the elections which were not done. We have people here. One is a stand-up, my brother. They were taken to the Electoral Commission headquarters, the Department of Electoral Affairs in the FDC to be trained. They were trained, they came, and they are on the ground. Right now, as we speak, we have a program of elections.
Structure.
Party structure elections in Amuru and in actually not all the actually districts. It is Kitgum, Amuru, Gulu. Other districts held their elections. So FDC is alive. FDC is available. The challenges which we face internally within the party have not destroyed the party. This was happening in any revolutionary situation. So we are managing the situation very well. Now I have come out to find out. I have come here to find out all this which I have put in my questions of research. With this, therefore, I would like to conclude by saying the headquarters of the FDC is strong. And where I come from, West Nile, Obongi constituency where I come from, FDC is still strong. And I would like now to hear from you these questions which I have posed here. In a very brief way, Chairman and the other leaders of the FDC who are here, talk to us, talk to the press, talk to Uganda about these questions, whether FDC is finished. And the other questions are there, already recorded them. I thank you very much.
And on behalf of the people who actually in Kitgum district, allow me to take this opportunity to very warmly welcome you to Kitgum, and we want to tell you, feel at home in the first place. Mr. President, with us here, we have leaders of the party at various levels. We have honorable councillors LC5, representing different sub-counties. They are here with us. This is already part of the answer, and it is evident. It is something that you can confirm that FDC is still very strong. I have here with me our program controller today, Honorable Odera Charles Sotar, who is Councillor LC5 on FDC ticket to represent the people of Paged Division, Kitgum District. Mr. President, another person here we have is my brother, Honorable Oside Dayan, represent the people of Lalano in Chua West, Kitgum District Local Government. Mr. Chairman, we have chairpersons of the sub-counties. During introduction, you have heard from them. We have members of the party in their various positions, in leadership. And for your information, these people, you see them before you, they are candidates in the upcoming election on FDC tickets, for your information. But before that one, allow me to take this very single opportunity to welcome members of the press and really say thank you for coming. I appreciate you for coming. I cannot mention your names in your different media houses, but we are very grateful that today we have this meeting with you. The purpose of this meeting, in particularly, the party president has spoken part of it, but the majorly is to communicate our position to the people of Kitgum district, to the people of Acholi, and the people of Uganda at large, through you, the media. We want to thank you so much for honoring our invitation, for turning up in big numbers. We are sure from today onwards, the message, our position will be communicated very clear to the people of Kitgum district, the people of Acholi, and the people of Uganda. I think and the whole world. Because many of your media houses, the information goes beyond Uganda. I have watched you people on TV, on many other platforms. We want to commend you so much for doing this great job. We are also very concerned about you. When we see members of the press, people are being abducted by the same regime simply because of covering such a meeting. People are beaten, people are killed, people are taken to unknown destination. We really feel very sorry as FDC. It is one of the things that we want to, in case by God's grace we happen to take over the leadership of this country, we shall not be the same. We are not going to do that, but for the meantime, we want to assure you, you continue persevering with us, persevere with the people of Uganda. God is watching. God is in charge. Uganda will not remain the same. Many countries over the world, you have seen, many of you people went to school, you study history, you study very many things. There were leaders who claimed to be more powerful than President Museveni, but they are no more in their position. We are sure this one will come to end not later than 5 years from now. The regime will be no more. And in most cases, FDC will take leadership. To respond straight to the statement and question raised by my president, Mr. President, I want to inform you and the whole country that the people of Kitgum, the people of Acholi, we still love FDC very, very, very much. We shall continue working with FDC. We joined FDC on conviction. We were not bribed by anybody to join FDC. When FDC came in 2005, November, some of us were still young children. Immediately we joined FDC. Since that time, we remain on FDC. For your information, I have been working with civil society, but in 2016, when I see some of the prominent members of the Acholi who are vocal enough to talk for the problem of Acholi people, defecting to NRM, crossing the other side, I also left my job. I came and joined politics. I joined direct. I picked form. I was nominated. I became the first chairman, the first mayor of the division called Pagay on FDC ticket. Mr. President, in 2021, again, I picked form from the same position. I won with 92% on FDC tickets. Going forward, Mr. President, come 2026, as the party is preparing for the election, I am ready and willing to offer myself to provide leadership for the people of Kitgum District, Kitgum Municipality, as the mayor on FDC tickets. This is for your information. We have never had mayor sitting in this office on FDC ticket since the world began. But in 2026, you will see me sitting in that office on FDC ticket and promote the good interest of the party and the good interest of the country, not my own interest. Leadership is a sacrifice. We are not coming to gain profits, but we are coming to make sure we work and support other vulnerable community. This is a time we, the people of Acholi, we need to be very shameless if we are to go to NRM. We are still holding NRM responsible for some of these following regions. Since 1986, when NRA government came into power, the NRM government committed the following atrocities to the people of northern Uganda, Acholi in particular. Each family in Acholi used to have minimum of 50 head of cattle. When Museveni and NRA came to power, they removed all this forcefully. It was stolen actually by the President Museveni and the team. Not Karamojong, by the way. The Uganda should know that it was not Karamojong who stole our cattle. They were only given gun by Museveni to remove all our animals, and the animal was sold by Museveni and the team. Not Karamojong. Before Museveni came to power, there were intermarriages between the people of Acholi and Karamaja. We were living very kind of peacefully in a way. When he came to power, the Karamojong people started killing us. Now we are taking them as our enemy. In the real sense, they are our immediate neighbor. We should be sitting together. To date, our animals are still in those destinations. So I am an orphan due to Museveni regime. Not only me, many of the people of Acholi grew very orphan because of that. So for that matter, we are still demanding the life of our people must be compensated. People who have been abducted, taken to that place, up to now, many of them have not come back home. We don't know where they are. We have not buried them. We don't know. Nobody can account for them. We know for sure they were taken by the regime. Mr. President, these are the reasons we cannot join the NRM, among others. Mr. President, I have talked about the issue of Karamojong. Elephants. The people of East Acholi here, Orom, you have been to Orom. People of Namokora, people of Mianyima, Umia Pashua, Adilang, Agago, all this area, this zone, we are in problem. The coming of Museveni to power has brought problem in Acholi people, in Acholi land. These are one other reason to add on the reason you have actually mentioned. And I want to thank you so much for being concerned. I didn't know you know all this information. That means you're really part of us in northern Uganda. We stand together with you and we shall continue working together. I want to commend you so much for that one. Mr. President, you have talked about land grabbing. The NRA, the NRM, the generals, and the regime is very angry for our land. Those days, we had leaders like Honorable Bitu Sajma and others who would talk back and they talk against these people. And my Muse Okelo Kelo. I want to say we miss Muse Honorable Okelo Kelo. This man had been telling us when we were still young, we were still in primary 3, P4 up to P5, that there is intention to grab the Achole land by some organization in the system, in the government. Unfortunately, today, Mr. Okelo Kelo is old enough. He cannot do much, but we need to take over from that position, and we continue advocating for this region. We defend our land, and we make sure our land is protected, not only for ourselves, but even for the upcoming generation. Because land is a permanent asset. When you lose it today, you lose it forever. You will not get it again. I was alone from my father. Now I have many children. How about the children of my children? Where are they going to stay? With all these attempts of the regime to grab our land, where shall we stay? So these are regions we cannot go and join NRM. Mr. President, the people of Acholi was known. This was a food basket. When you appear in any home, you will not go minus cattle, goats, chicken, cock, and others. But today, the poverty in Acholi region, even we are too poor to the extent we are being compared with our Karamojong, the second last in poverty. This is not created by the regime. It is not our choice to be poor, because we used to be fairly before. In education, that's why we have Professor Olarotunum, Professor Latigu, very, very many professors went to school because of that condition, which was better. Mr. President, our health education is purely broken completely, and also. You go to the hospital, you can see this is the hospital. You go there, the doctors and nurses are crying. Some of them went to school, but you don't have even the gloves to touch a patient. Is this a time we can go and celebrate? They keep saying there is no money for buying gloves, but some of members of parliament carry money behind their vehicle in sacks. They don't want to take money to public facility. I cannot be part of that regime. When they fall sick today, the aeroplane come and pick them. They're taken to Australia, they're taken to America, they're taken to many countries in India. But a village person from Oram, where you have been, from Lagod, from Tumangu, from all these places, from Amuro there, can we afford to go to the church hospital? No. Member of the press, we are very, very, very unhappy with NRM regime. We are very, very unhappy with our leaders who are with NRM. They're enjoying money, actually stolen money, I can say. They can take this money to the hospital. When you go to school, our education system is broken. Education service in the country is for sale. Even just stepping in the company, it is for sale. You have to buy it. Now the government in Uganda is deceiving the whole world that there is free education in Uganda. We have catered for education right from primary to senior. I want to say there is no free education in Uganda. Instead, the education in the country has become more expensive than before. There are too many pay of men in school. Cost of living, this condition of situation, the poverty level, with those expensive education and hospitals. Mr. President, I want to tell you, the people of Acholi will not accept to follow those people who are defecting. They are defecting to join hands with enemies for their own interest, leaving the people to suffer. They are defecting to be appointed ministers. They are defecting to be given vehicles. They are defecting to be given escort. Meanwhile, some of our people are being eaten by elephants. Mr. President, this is unacceptable. We cannot stay in such a country and wait and watch when our people are being tortured by Museveni and his team. President, we have numbers of things that we can talk about. You have talked about issue of human rights violation. Not only journalists. A real member of parliament is abducted, beaten, taken to a non-destination. Our own security officers, the UPDF, the police, who should be there to provide protection. For example, the Uganda Police Force, they have become Museveni and Family Police Force. The UPDF has become Museveni and Family Defense Force. They're no longer Uganda People Defense Force. I have seen people putting on masks. They look like ghosts, beating people on broad daylight. The government is not complaining, they're not concerned. I saw the Minister for Security was responding in Parliament. That they don't know those people. You mean they're keeping our gun for nothing? Somebody can beat us in their presence and they say we don't know these people. Who are these people? I think somebody should be very shameful to be associated with that kind of regime. People of northern Uganda are saying Amin was very bad. We used to blame Amin because of the death of Daniel Leum and others. But the Museveni regime is 10 times better than the one of Amin. 10 times, even 100 times better than that one.
Worse than.
So we cannot. As I talk to you on press today, Mr. President, I am not sure whether I will stay for the next 7 days. They can abduct me, they can arrest me, but I want to tell them, even when they put me in the mob of crocodile, for me I will continue speaking. I'm not speaking, I don't have any enmities with them. I am condemning their action. Their action is extremely very bad. Tomorrow, if they are not in power, other people keep gun and begin beating them, abducting their children. Will they be happy, member of the press? Will they be happy? No. I want to blame our leaders. Actually, if we are to mention their name. Beginning from Kitgum district, we have kept Honorable Beatrice Atimanywa as member of parliament on FDC for 15 years. Yes. He is known because of FDC. Later on, she defected to join and eat with perpetrators. But the good thing is, afterward, she was taught lesson. I am very unhappy with our brother, including the people like Akol, who was made the old chairperson of the National Parliamentary Group on FDC for 10 years to betray us and sell the people like they are doing. I am unhappy. These people used to talk for problem of actually. On joining NRM, you keep quiet, you super glue your mouth. Have you ever heard Mr. You are talking about problem of actually today? She doesn't talk. Have you ever heard Stephen Mapendusi talk about problem of actually? No. Even Akol used to talk a few years ago, but today she is not able to speak. Joining NRM is actually putting super glue on your mouth. That is a direct translation. When you join NRM, super glue on your mouth. You close your eyes, you don't see problem in Uganda. I don't want to be part of these people. I don't want to be. They keep blaming me. If tomorrow I put on t-shirt, the yellow t-shirt, they will say, this man is good. Oh yeah, they will clap for me. That's why, if my Mapendusi was bad in FDC, when he changed to NRM, how come he's now good? That means their intention is to destroy a good leader in Acholi. Just destroying. I compare these people with these people, the fishermen who go and fish, even those different type of fish. They fish with their innocent, they think these people love them. When they take you home in the evening, they make sure you're on fire. Yes. They get pili-pili and other things, their children enjoy you. So I am crying for our leaders. The people of Acholi, these leaders are finished. They are finished. Even if we cry for them, because of greed for money, they continue going toward the enemy. I want to tell you, President Museveni and the team does not love these people. They are just babysitting these people, to bring them people, convincing them. But at the end of the day, we shall be losing these people. From leadership, even their own life, which shall not trust us. That is the painful part of it. When Jacob Olanya left UPC where he was, he joined NRM, he was made the speaker, everybody was celebrating, you mentioned. But now where is he? These people came, they brought aeroplane, they brought beans, poso, they say we miss him. Are they still coming back that side? No. They are not coming back in that home. They will only come during election, they take flowers and they lay on the grave. This is just to continue confusing others. They don't love the family. They don't love this family. Where is our brother General Locase? Where is Ochara? Name them, the list of people, where are they? So we really feel so bad that the regime is not kind, the regime continue in their way. Social services, Mr. President, is very poor. I can compare this country with Sudan. Not even Sudan, I don't know which country is like this one. Social services at all levels is very poor. Corruption. I don't know. It looks like there's something in the curriculum, in the syllabus, in school, where they teach everybody corruption first. There is a course unit in corruption. Especially when you want to become NRM, there's a course unit that train you to be corrupt. You have watched ministers running away with iron seats. Means are running away with the food relief for poor people, and they are being promoted on that account. Is that a regime? Is that a government? I think I may be better than those in leadership. If I'm given a chance to lead the country, I can lead better than this one. Mr. President, I have list of problems. We cannot allow this. We have just mentioned about the arrest of our party president, arrest of Dr. Besigye. Message Dr. Besigye is not with us in FDC. Dr. Besigye is going to PPF. I want to say Dr. Besigye contributed a lot in the country. The political space I and you we are enjoying today, including the one enjoyed by Bobby Wine and the rest, was fought by Dr. Besigye. So Besigye and us and FDC were the political bulldozer to fight for the space. Press, you should be missing Besigye and others more than any other passions. Today they will follow you, even your camera will they will beat you just for coming to Kitgum and record my statement. Just small me. You look at how small I am. These people will beat you for recording my statement. These people will spend billions of things looking for me. I know this one. But let them, you give them my number. When they call me, I'll go to them. Instead of looking for me, they should not waste fear. Let them call me, I come. I come. I am just there. I want to say, Mr. President, in summary, to answer your question. FDC is there. There was a small confusion in FDC. You know this one. There was conflict. The conflict is not only in FDC party. All the political parties in Uganda, including NRM, actually conflict in NRM is even more than this. They are keeping the party with public resources. UPC, where is UPC? This problem in the political party is brought by the same regime. You go to cultural institution, Ruoracholi, Ruorlango, Ruorkreso, all these cultural leaders were fighting for the position. It is done by the regime. Go to religious leaders. At this point in time, in a very special way, I want to recognize and thank two particular religious leaders. Number one is the Archbishop for Anglican Church of Uganda. What is his name? For condemning this action of the NRM regime openly. This man did it a few days ago. I was Stephen Kazimba. May God bless this museum. Another one in Gulu, there's this Reverend Father of recent. Uma Eric. These are real sons of Acholi and they are real sons of God. And God should take these people straight to heaven. These people are very, very good. But those who are beating people, God should keep them in a very hot fire somewhere. Because these people are not very good people.
Okay, summarize.
So with that one now, we have a lot of statements we cannot finish on one day. We shall have time with press, with members of the people and talk. Allow me to raise my case and invite another speaker to give another testimony. Thank you very, very much. May God bless all of you. Yeah.
The media, the press, the television, when you are going there, that it means our people in Kitgum district, they are going to sleep when they are very happy. When they listen to our voice, they listen to the voice of our chairperson, the voice of the president, and other people are going to talk. Because people were a little bit confused. But today, if they listen up in Kitgum district, the only NRM was spoiling our name for nothing. We are together. We are going to continue talking to people. We are going to continue talking to the problem of our people. Mr. President, there's a saying that leaders come, leaders go, but the system remains.
Yes.
FDC, we have the constitution. It's here. This is our constitution. We are not framing anything from anywhere. It means from today onward, FDC is going to remain. Even though Morris leaves, we are going to continue, but I think it's not going to leave. He said, even him, me, and other people who are here inside, we are going to push that FDC to continue in Kitgum district, Acholi sub-region, the entire Uganda. Because we want to take the government. Because it's not about joking, it's about taking the government so that people feel that during the time of FDC, maybe when with time we rule maybe for some good years, and we give others. Because you cannot remain in office for the entire life. It's not good. It means we are not practicing democracy in Uganda here. We are just pretending.
Allow me at this particular moment, thank you so much for this opportunity to be with you. As I earlier on introduced myself, I am Akera Agre Keith. I represent at Tiaxa County, the Council of Amoro. and I also double as the Secretary for Education, Finance, Planning and Administration, Namur District Local Government. It is my pleasure to sit before you, gallant sons and daughters of our land. And as a Choli child or a grown-up man from a Choli, I want to tell you that FDC is still alive and is very strong in a Choli sub-region. I have been teaching, as I told you, but I came and contested on FDC ticket in the year 2021, and I made through the Council of Amuro. In the event, as I was doing it, so many things propelled me to do so. Allow me, first of all, take you a little bit through some small history of Acholi. Right from the time the Europeans came, even the Arabs came, these people were made to believe that the Acholi community were a team of people who were dwarfs. Intellectually, they were not better. So we were not paid attention to. But somehow along the way, they started discovering that we have got a very organized fabric of our way of life. And it was very good. And they started appreciating bit by bit. So we faced marginalization many years back. It was made worse when now the colonization came and post-colonialism also came up because of the numerous insurgencies that we had. Now this particular case about the government in power, the main issue here is why has actually been opposition? And the opposition has always been FDC, which has been the leading opposition for the last 2 decades. This is the point. The current government took power from Acholi. Many of you are aware. And do you know what happened? When these people had peace talk, His Excellency the President of Uganda, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, went and signed peace talk with Tito Okello in Kenya, in Nairobi. It is called the Nairobi Peace Agreement. But he failed to honor it. He forcefully went ahead and took power from the Acholi. All of us are aware of this. Now what does this mean? This means he himself did not trust the Acholi when he came to power. He himself did not have genuine love for Acholi when he came to power. And in the process as they were fighting the Acholi, they did not only fight to win the battle, but they fought also as by taking away our valuable belongings so that we would be crippled to a point where right now they describe us as the poorest in the country. Am I telling lie? No. We as the Acholi community, we are being described as the poorest, and we are being rated at 68% poverty. And yet this same government, not only did they fight our government, the government that was in the hands of Acholi, and took it away, they also took away our animals. It is not from the blue. Right now, they are war debt claimants.
Took away the cattle.
They took our cattle, they took other things. People were sodomized. We heard of Tekgung. These are things. So this forms the foundation upon which the Acholi people do not like the current government. It is not from the blue. Now, we would expect as the government progresses, they would be addressing our challenges. It is 39 years, going to 40 years down the road. Nothing, the animals have not been compensated. Like I said, I represent Atiak sub-county. On the 20th May 1995, when I was a young boy, over 300 people were taken from Atiak and they were killed completely. It's on record. They left so many orphans, widows and widowers, and people who are traumatized, children who grew up without proper parental care and had nothing to do, had nothing to fend for themselves. We were put in the IDP camps, our mind locked up, our children have now emerged from the camp, a group, some of which we did not know as the Acholi. For instance, their Go what? Were they there before?
It was not.
We cannot sit and continue blaming. This was something that came entirely because of this regime. Now, when we look at all this, there's nothing much the government has done. People have not yet been compensated, the animals, the lives that were lost are not compensated. We have so many people whose their future was lost. And now, here, we should expect our leaders to be in the opposition side, championing, truth-telling, justice and reconciliation. There is a bill before Parliament. This would be seeing how to enrich it so that the government should assent to it, the president assents to it, so that it becomes an act that would put this together, just like my brother said, in a Choli setup, culturally. When you fight with another person and somebody has killed, there has to be, first of all, Madroput. Have we done that with the president? No. Has the president come to Acholi and begged for forgiveness along that line? Now, if we go to dine with them, are we not contaminating our hands? One elder said, Manoberu Timoki. No wonder some individuals mysteriously are dying. Watika Timoki. My point of view, we are in a multi-party system of governance. Everyone has a free will to belong to a political party or to exit. Free will. If we have people who are in FDC and they are now willing to leave FDC for another party, they are free to do so. And we should not hold them what? Back. I want to quote Honorable Norbert Mao. He said that when you have eaten food, the contents of the stomach is kind of bloated and the stomach is in wrangles, in war inside. Sometimes it's necessary to leave the exit open. It is necessary that we leave the exit open for some, because it is only through that some of the components will also what? Get stabilized. The one that remains will get stabilized and reorganized. So the point that I want to drive at is actually agenda. One thing is this: our people who are defecting should have been seeing a way of putting themselves together, their mind together, identifying what are the key things actually people need. This should not be the time. The timing of their defection is a betrayal. Why? Because you cannot say we now want to address problem actually, you now put your hands. When for 39 years it was not done, you want to believe that after signing today, tomorrow is all roses? Should we believe that? So we are here. I want to tell you, personally, I want the world to know that I'm on FDC ticket, and I want to declare to you, I have been a very close ally to Honorable Akol. The only councillor who was never heard criticize him entire term is me. But the direction he has taken, I am not seeing it is in the interest of Acholi. It is not in the interest of Acholi. And therefore, it is hard to trust that when we give the power to him, right now it will be okay. So it's not about him. I therefore want to tell you, my people, that FDC is here. I'm glad my brothers from Amoro and especially Kilang North mentioned my name. And I told them, yes, I started from diploma in education. I did biochem, I did my bachelor's. I'm an able leader. That's one. Two, I know the 4 key roles of a member of parliament. Representation, doing oversight role, approval after analyzing the budget, okay, and legislation, debating. Ladies and gentlemen, in 2008, I went to Kampala for CAPS debate, sponsored by World Vision. I'm a debater. In 2008, when we were going towards second term, a friend came. I had not known him through the gate of Sir Beck as well. I was in Senior 6. As he entered, he greeted me, gave me his phone contact, said, "You call me, I want to register and sit from the school here." After 2 weeks, he came back, he introduced himself to me, and he's Onekale Dennis Amere. He came in second time, he didn't have a bed. We slept on the same bed, my bed, with him. In Senior 6. So he's my good friend. So when I tell you, when I'm in Kitgum, I am at home. And now I want to tell you, I know his ideology. Yesterday I spoke with him for over 20 minutes, talking about the leadership of Acholi. I want to declare to you that we have unresolved issues, compensation, we need peace. All the recovery projects the government has done, none of them has benefited Acholi. There is no SAF, even in, is it Busenyi? No SAF. Listen to it. No SAF. Northern Uganda Social Action is in Busenyi. Listen to this. So all the recovery projects did not benefit the Acholi. The PRDP, the what, all of them did not benefit the Acholi to a threshold level that we can say was fair. So therefore, we should instead put ourselves, the position we want, they are like the arms on the road. They are actually on a very bad road with sharp corners, deep valleys, with a lot of potholes. We need the arms, the opposition. We need the signposts, the opposition, to help warn the government on the highway. So we cannot say the entire opposition now leave, and then who will champion Acholi? So I stand strong and say FDC is there. I know many of you have not heard me say, but now you are here, will you really be there? I am a very careful man, very serious and very committed. Those who have known me know me as a man who can fight. When we agree to do something, I will not disappoint you. So I am here, aka the David of Kilang North. Kaya new Bible no be kaya David make Kilang North. Inde yen mo kereni. Kumanda. So anatie anafoyo. Ameru wajo bodo FDC team attack. The press, you must know, go and tell the world FDC is there. We have got really very strong candidates coming forward. In Kilang North, there are very many. It will take time and will continue knowing us. And you will see that we are still very strong. May God bless you.